Welcome to CAS 133, Columbia Gorge Community College, the Dalles, Oregon, Mrs. Hughitt instructor. This is part of our week 4 lesson, but we're going to actually be discussing multitasking. Now, I know a lot of you are pros at multitasking. The TV's going, you're working on a paper, you're checking your phone, you're talking to a kid. I mean, you might have 6, 7, 8 things going, and hopefully you're not cooking and burning dinner at the same time. It's a little different when we're talking about computers and multitasking. I have a little short video I found on YouTube. Unfortunately, all they do is play music and they don't tell you what's going on. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit during it. We're not going to listen to their sound, at least I hope not, unless it comes on by accident. So let's go ahead and watch this video. I should have it on mute. There we go. Now, they're showing you that they have a lot of things open here along the bottom, way over crazy. And now they're opening and opening, and they've got different tabs open, opening. And these are all running. They're running at the same time. They're not something they're opening and closing. Notice there's no closing happening. They're just bouncing between various things they have open. Now, most people won't go quite this crazy and have this many things open. But a lot of times our computer's doing some of these behind the scenes. Like I saw the clock one go by. That's running all the time behind the scene and you don't even know what's going. But look at all those kind of windows layered in there. And so when you ask about why is RAM important, well, RAM is important because it's allowing your computer to do all those things. That's a Windows arrow thing that you can do to shift between programs. It's really cool. It's in Windows 7. I have to be honest, I've never tried it in Windows 8. I'm not positive if it's there or not. But let's talk a little bit about different types of windows. I have some windows open. I have a calculator open. I have the Paint program open. I have WordPad open. I guess I should say I've got the images open too. I've made 2 different Word documents, Word Document 1 and Word Document 2. When I click on it, it shows me which document, so I can switch between documents if I have 2 documents open. Now, this could be handy for a couple reasons. If you don't know, you can grab documents at the top and slide them around. And then you can get to the side and get that arrow so you can size them. So it's possible for me to create 2 documents literally sitting on my screen side by side. Now, there are some other ways to do it, but that's a good beginner's way to take care of that. So you can get those side by side. So if you're working on document 1 and typing here, but you need to be looking at document 2 while you're working, so you can type here, that's really handy. It's a great way to do it. Now, this doesn't have to be a Word document. It could be an image. It could be a PDF. It could be all sorts of different types of documents you might need to be looking at in that second version. Now, there's some people that actually run 2 monitors. They can run them on 2 separate screens. That's really cool. If you're set up that way, go for it. But the average user is not set up to do that. So this is kind of the next best thing. You can have an Excel document there, a PowerPoint document. The only thing is you can't put the PowerPoint into presentation view in a split screen like this, because if you do, what ends up happening is it ends up running in a situation where it takes over the whole screen. Now, under View, there are ways that you can use Microsoft to open new windows, arrange windows, split windows, lay things side by side, and then when you do things like that, you can do it, but then you have to make sure if you don't want it to scroll. I'm just rolling my mouse and notice how they both move together. If you want this one to stay still and this one to roll, then you have to worry about trying to figure out how to get, there's a place that says reset Windows position, sync your scrolling. You want to turn that off, and then basically you can scroll on one document and the other one stays still, and then you can scroll on the other document. So those are kind of cool features and can be extremely handy when you're working on a couple of different things at the same time. Now, I'm going to thin this down a little bit so I don't have quite so much running. You can do, again, use a small box up here that sizes it. So now I can have both Paint and WordPad opened if I wanted to. Now, I may want to change its shape a little bit. So I can reshape that box. It doesn't like being slid. I can reshape this box because some of that extra isn't even being used in that, and I can get those up here side by side. But I can also switch, if they were over the top of each other, I can also switch programs by using where they are down here. So now I can put Paint on top, or I can put WordPad on top. I can put the calculator over the top of them and put Paint back on top, WordPad, calculator. So you can switch that way as well. So that's a really nice thing to be able to do. You can also go, this is Alt and Tab, and it brings it up here, so you can switch programs up here as well. Not one I use very often, but it will do it, or it will show you what's running. In this view, once I turn on the webcam, the document cam to like record this, I no longer have the capability of that Windows arrow thing where you